Okay, another thing with TMI, we took our first official
God,
TMI
that's
break.
what I was going to say.
We took our first TMI break.
After
It
2.5
good,
years.
guys. Yeah, it was good. It felt good, guys.
That was, let me tell you, there was
felt
resistance.
good.
Don't
Yeah,
get it twisted. When
yeah.
social suggested it, we were just like, who are you?
You hate us.
want them to not have episodes on Christmas?
Our enemies have
Yeah.
infiltrated the camp. Infiltrated, but actually,
It was the best thing.
Hi guys, Murugi Muni here.
It's Lydia KM.
And we're back again with another episode of
The Messy In Between.
It's Definitely
TMI. Ooh, I thought you were going to go there. But you said
No,
it's definitely a
TMI
TMI.
at 3.
TMI at 3. Yes, guys, this episode is definitely late because we turned 3 on the 7th of July. And actually, the truth is, absolutely no one, including socials, including our assistant, remembered.
For me, I just feel like our July.
Don't tell
is
me
our
why
birthday
you
month.
forgot
July.
our anniversary.
We're still-
It's hurtful.
Okay, maybe it doesn't mean that much to me. I don't mean that. So sorry.
She says hurtful things when she's mad.
Yeah, you know, hurt people hurt people.
Shut up. Anyway, it's TMI at 3 that we're finally doing this episode, and we really did want to mark this third year. You know, it's like the first year is just trying to survive, baby, trying to survive. The second year is like, oh, okay. The third year is like, you know what
We
you're
know what
doing,
we're
you know what
doing.
is happening, and maybe that's why, like, you know, we weren't as like waiting for it because
Mm.
year one.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, when we celebrated our first anniversary, I was just like, Lydia, we
What
made it
the
to
hell
a
is
year
this?
when all the weapons formed against us tried to prosper,
Ooh.
but the Lord came through.
He came
Let
through.
me tell you.
Definitely came
Yeah,
through.
absolutely.
So we're so excited to be doing this for the third year, and thank you so much, guys, for being here, for supporting us. Yes, in between us are definitely like somewhat of a cult.
Yeah, for
we're
sure.
here saying it, and it's true because don't play games with in between us. Don't play, especially huku nje. If they catch you.
I know.
But yeah, thank you so much for growing with us, guys. So today is gonna be pretty much about that.
Yeah, it's gonna be chill. I feel like whenever I run into a TMI fan out there, they just feel more fun, like
something.
funny
Than your
than
own
my And that's
platform.
what I just feel so just like, wow, thanks. Like,
Yeah.
thank you so much. I'm always like, whenever someone says, oh, I'm a TMI fan, I'm like, thank you so much
There's
for
something.
supporting our content.
Yeah.
We love you so much.
Yeah,
It's been
there's-
an amazing journey.
It has been an amazing journey. And what would it be without you subscribing for our birthday as the gift?
That would
as
be
our
really nice.
gift
Yeah, that would be
for
really...
the 3 years.
Yeah.
Please subscribe wherever you're watching because it really does help us. It helps us stay consistent with getting sponsored content so that we can have the money to keep the lights on around here.
Yeah.
So please support us, guys.
Do you remember what it felt like starting our first episode that we
I
shot?
always remember. I
Yeah?
tell you this. I always remember. What had happened is that we had shot like snippets to post, and then when the snippet came out, we shot the episode. So I remember that, and I remember when I always say this story when
Yeah.
Pablo came to us and told us that we've hit 10K views.
Yeah.
And it was just in the afternoon before we shot now the first
actual
episode.
Yeah.
Ah,
May I remember my outfit? I remember us sitting
We're
in
wearing
those,
black.
yeah, and us sitting in those, what do you call it, the booth that we
Yes,
used to
we're
sit
side
in.
by side.
But somehow, even though I remember it, it's still right now as I sit here, it feels like super long ago. I don't know whether it's because so much has happened between then and now. It just feels like a lot of life has lived since then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think because
Yeah.
of how vividly I remember it, it almost feels like I'm still there. It does feel like it was not that long ago. But when you do look at everything that has happened,
Girl.
these 3 years have been like life-changing.
They have actually been
for
3
me,
years, yeah.
My life felt like it started at 30.
Ooh.
Yeah, it felt like life started at 30 for real. So it's been
3 years
life
ago,
has
was I
been
already
so
30?
different.
I was already 30. I
Yeah,
was
life has been so
31.
different.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it does feel like almost like, oh, I remember us and how nervous we are, because it's like we knew TMI would be good, but we didn't know how good it would be. And
Yeah.
also, it's like when you already are known, it's like any venture you're trying to do is like, let's see what they're trying. It's no, you don't have like that
Yeah.
freedom of a beginner the way that you would if you weren't
that.
known.
Yeah.
So it's like there was like, we need this to bang. It's
Exactly.
gonna bang.
Yeah.
And you know what? It more than
It
banged.
banged.
It
It continues to
banged.
bang.
It
Exactly.
continues
I
to
feel like
bang.
when I remember myself at that time, I don't feel like I had any expectation as such as to like what it was going to be.
Yeah.
And I've been told by people and my therapist also that she feels like the reason why so many of my things are so successful is because I don't usually enter them with expectation. It's just like it could work out, it could not work out. And you know what? Either of those things is okay. But when it does work out, it's just like, wow, that's really nice.
No, it wasn't
I
like
love
that.
it.
Considering like at that time it was like a new thing. I wanted it to be good. Like it was more like, let's work hard and we make it good.
Yeah.
So I had a definite, I wanted to be good. Yeah, but I did not I did not expect this. I did not expect
When
this.
you think back at those challenges that we had in that first year of TMI, I feel like definitely the first year was our most difficult year.
can
I
say
would,
that
I would
without
say,
a shadow of a doubt.
exactly. So every year that passes where we don't experience what we experienced in that first year, I'm just like, thank you, Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
Thank you, because I
Yeah.
feel like they definitely made us stronger. Yeah, this
Yeah,
past
when
year
I think
hasn't
about
been.
it, that wasn't a question.
No, it was just more of a statement.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
fine. Yeah. We had challenges, but here we are.
Certainly, we had shortages. Yeah,
We did.
Yeah, so now we were thinking about like what has changed or like how our lives have morphed or grown or changed since the last time that we celebrated our anniversary, which
Yeah.
is a year ago today.
Not a year ago.
A
Yeah, but
year
yeah.
ago.
This
Technically,
month.
I'm trying to romanticize it.
Yeah.
Yeah. A year ago to this second.
To this
What
minute.
has changed?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the biggest thing that you would say has changed for you?
The biggest thing that has changed. Oh, I don't know. I didn't see it. I didn't think
I
about
know.
it that way.
Yeah, I'm just trying to throw spanners here.
I definitely feel like this year has been life-changing for me. Like who I am as a person. I've faced a lot of things that have really
Lydia, things that have really been faced.
like really changed me
Yeah.
from the inside out. I would say I feel very different, like just as a person. But I don't know if I have one thing that I can point out to say, wow, this is so different in the last year. No.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. You?
For me, I would say the biggest change for me has been therapy, definitely.
right. You're such a
Because this time
therapist.
last year, I had actually, now I've celebrated 1 year of therapy because I think I started in late July, beginning of August last year.
Yeah.
And right now is pretty much
Yeah.
July. So I feel like between then and now, like, radical difference. Literally, like I feel like a different person. And sometimes when I think that, I'm just like, a year from now, are we going to be looking back at this video and being like, oh my God, I'm just so different. I've gone through so much. I've been
Lord.
through so
Lord. I don't know. I would like us to dial down the going through things. That would be
No,
great.
you could be going through positive things. It could be
Yeah.
like, oh my God, remember last year I hadn't yet won that $100 million and now I'm a billionaire. You know, it's just like, wow.
Let's say good things.
Let's say things like that.
I've taken enough of the stuff. Let's now do like the more positive ones. Okay, Lord, I'm ready to receive. Amen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When I think about passage of time, since I got married and became a mom, I feel like for me, whenever I think of like, oh, between last year and this year, the first thing that comes to mind is how my marriage has changed or like
yeah?
transformed or things I've gone through and my kids. In fact, actually,
That
my
makes
kids,
sense.
I would say, are the single thing that I usually measure time by in my mind because like for some reason, my memory fails me often. Like when someone tries to remind me something that happened like 3-4 years ago, I'm just like, but I can tell you everything to do with like what my kids were going through at any particular point in time.
Yeah.
So between this time last year and now, Ethan has turned 14, Mukeni has turned 6, Tana has turned 4. And for me, those are all like probably the most significant things that have
That makes
happened since then. And obviously, I'm so grateful that my kids continue to grow and they continue to be amazing. We are on a very interesting trajectory, especially with Ethan, because raising teenagers is not for
I've been a teenager.
You've been a teenager.
I've been, so I know.
My God, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of like guidance, but it's like now he's at the phase where it's more like you need to be present, like, oh, I'm here for you in case of anything, but also they
Let
just
him
really
go.
let him go.
Yeah.
He really wants to be in his own space. And it's like you want to be, yeah, just so much, so
4
much.
years is gonna be 18.
I can't, don't say that.
Oh my God.
Oh my
You have 4 more years.
Okay, that's a good way to think
4
about it. I
more
have
years.
4 more years. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Whew, yeah, but that's definitely a journey and it's an interesting one. I'm happy to have the support of his fathers. It's been fantastic. And yeah, So I think everything at home is pretty much good. My marriage, since last year and this year, we've been through a lot. This time last year, Zach was still in the UK. One. He was still in the
That
UK.
time is trauma
That
for
was
me.
It's so funny how when the other person is going through a traumatic thing, they're like, this is a difficult time for me.
It was. Take it on me.
I can't believe that this
That
time
was-
last year we were still in the thick of that long distance. Yeah, that was a really difficult time. But you know what ended up also being a super difficult time is when he came back. And I think we've talked about this on the podcast before, and how the assimilation transition back to him being at home. And just like, whew, it was tough. But the good thing about that is that since then we started couples therapy, and that has been amazing. We started it this year actually, and it's been really, really good. We go once a month, and it's really been a nice neutral space where when we go there for some reason, and anyone who has done couples therapy can probably tell you, when we go there, it's like you can say things which, even though you're really close to your partner, for some reason there's just a freedom to say things there with someone else being able to watch you, kind of thing. It's like really nice. And so I'm really glad that we have at least gone through that trajectory, and I love where we are right now.
Do you watch couples therapy on TikTok?
Nah.
You
should I? It's a page.
Right?
Lydia is always, okay, I'm going to write it here so I don't forget.
Me tell you this, Joe. Like, I see couples where I'm just like, they shouldn't be together. The two, the couple who are like Asian. But she says
it's on TikTok.
Yes, so it's like they do snippets on TikTok.
Yeah.
And this like she's like the best therapist for like couples therapy, and she goes through them, so you get snippets of them. So many, I'm like, no, leave each other alone.
Don't even
this
be
is horrible. But they get saved. So let me tell you, I feel like couples therapy is something people don't talk enough about, because I think it's attached to, you're struggling.
Exactly.
Wow, you guys have problems.
No.
But really, I actually feel it's just like therapy for a person.
Yeah.
It's like just keep it as like a maintenance.
It's like servicing your car.
Yeah, I remember you were saying that before, like Zach was not exactly all the way open.
Yeah.
So this, first of all, being able to get him and consistently.
Exactly.
You're a winner.
I know. And sometimes he's even the one who's reminding me, by the way, it's been almost a month. Do we have our appointment? And it's always so great.
Look at God.
It's so good,
Look
guys.
at God.
Yeah, it's been really nice. And I feel like sometimes we're in the therapy session, and sometimes I say something which I'm just like, wow, I didn't even know I felt that way. But like something about just being able to be in that space, and it's like you're being open, I'm being open.
Yeah.
She's helping us with our issues and whatever. And like we're just talking. It just feels so great. So yeah, I really love where we are right now.
I think that couples therapy is the thing that everyone needs to get. Please, can we all decide? Can we all decide it's not like a problem? It's like you need support.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes I genuinely feel like whatever the issues are in a marriage or in a relationship, if you have two people who are genuinely willing to compromise and like to find a solution, I feel like that's all that is required for people to sort out issues. Like obviously it could be something horrific, like, depending exactly. But if it's not something like I'm hitting you or, I've cheated on you with 58 women, then I just feel like if there's a willingness to bridge the gap, the gap can be bridged.
Yeah, and then be accountable. You're accountable.
Yeah.
And you want to be present to do better, because there's a lot of I don't want to leave
right,
you, but I still want to be out here.
Oh, right.
It's like you don't want to take this.
That's why I said genuinely
baby.
interested.
Yeah.
If you're not,
it can be done. I'm so glad. I
Thank
feel like
you.
you are in the most stable family place.
Yeah, I
think
I
I've
also
seen
feel
you.
that
I think
way.
I've seen you do it, and think it's the most stable.
This year as well, there was a point at which we were trending on social media, and can I say that I feel like I was so proud of myself, of him, and of us in that situation, because in the past, something like that, one headline, and now we're not even talking because one person is anxious, the other person wants to get defensive about what happened and it's like this time, because of being in therapy, it was and it just so happened to be happening on a therapy week. It was a lot easier for us to just have a conversation about like, okay, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Can we talk about this and whatever? The therapy session was really nice and just like eye-opening, and if anything, I would say it brought us closer together. And so I'm just, it was like, you see, when you go through something, when you go through therapy, I always feel like God sends you practicals. That was our practicals. Isn't it true? Whenever you're talking about this one thing, suddenly now something happens with your dad and you're like, wow, you're really testing me, God, to see if I really learned something. And I feel like that definitely happened this year.
Yeah, no. I am proud of who you've become as a human being.
Thank
your
you, baby.
calmness, your openness, you feel rooted. You feel rooted down. And I think because there's so many moving parts in your life, it's
Yeah.
like, is she okay? Like, how is she handling this?
Yeah.
I can feel now
Yeah.
there's a beat.
Yeah, there's a beat.
There's a beat. Things
Yeah.
are not hectic.
Thank
so
you.
since last year, we entered, this is the second year now that
Yeah.
I've been single. The first year was horrible. It was like there were some fun bits and stuff. But now when I look back, the difference between that first year post breakup and this year, that year was just grueling healing. You know, it didn't feel that way then. It
Yeah,
just felt
for
like,
sure.
okay, it was fun and like one therapy, but it felt far more grueling. Whereas this year it's been more like
Yeah.
out here, like dating, like it's been lighter as I can say than the year before. However,
I knew there was a however coming. I just knew
a
it.
bitch is done learning about herself. I am done.
You're like, I know Lydia now.
After every situation where I feel like, okay, there was a connection with someone and maybe it didn't work out, afterwards, what I like learning about myself, I'm tired. And also this year I've realized the other side that's not so great about being so self-aware. Every single day there must be someone who's just like, I'm just trying to be like half as self-aware as you. Babe,
Are you?
there's a price. There's a really high price to pay.
Yeah.
And it's just felt like everywhere is a mirror. It's like even dating, by the way, if you are awake, which clearly I am without meaning to, every person who comes is like, oh, so this is the way you deal with this. So this is the pattern, or this is what you're attracting. And it's just constant bits of, to be honest, what I've realized is that there's a tragedy. That's intense. There's a tragedy in feeling like the most natural way of being is not the healthiest way of being. That's what I've realized. You know, like maybe like this, my initial reaction or my initial attraction to someone isn't exactly the healthiest, you know? And now that you know what the healthiest is and what you want, it's like there's what you're trying to undo. You know, it's like undoing your mind, undoing your pattern. Girl, I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired.
And there's no way that you can like turn that part off. You know what I mean? It's just like to just like decide, okay, you know what? Today I'm just going to choose to not be as self-aware and choose to not like analyze the situation that much. Do you feel like that's possible?
No, this is what my therapist told me. You can't switch that bit off because it's a good bit. There's so many things that are great about it. We've just got to find a way to find balance, which is giving grace.
Oh, that sounds so disgusting. That sounds so disgusting. Because even if they're giving grace, you know, giving grace requires like an intentional thinking about like, right now, I don't think that you're good enough to be sitting here with me, but I'm just going to keep sitting though.
See, no. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's giving grace. That's
isn't it?
Settling.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Giving grace is like, I saw that and I can't help that I saw that because I'm just so fucking awake. I can't help that. But giving grace that the person doesn't exactly have to be like ready-made. That's what we're working through.
So ignoring red flags, because that's what it's giving.
Because even you told me that when you met your man, he wasn't ready-made. There were many things that he grew into. So that's it.
Okay, is that giving Brenda the builder though?
No, it's not.
We are hoping that they
No, for
change.
example, it's like you're already like just like me. I'm not ready.
You're like at 80%.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like the 80%, then there's a 20. But now sometimes like you see that 20, you are like, oh.
Yeah. But as long as the 20 is not like significant things, you know what I mean? The 20 cannot be until like this is the potential, like, you see what I mean? I
catastrophize, I would say. So it's like you see something that is just like, probably it's harmless now. But then you're just like, would it be harmless in 5 years?
Yeah, no, right.
You see, let's say something like communication. No one is being beaten, but the communication is not great. But they stay this way. Is this what I want? Because now it's like there's an age where it's just like you're not really trying to, like, are you in a position to be really teaching someone the basics of like communication?
Right, yeah.
You see? So
yeah. But then again, is the communication as big a deal as like the other factors if like everything else was like amazing? And that's
yes.
So now that would be the 20%. So that would be the 20%. But he's super wealthy. He takes care of you. He is like family oriented. He's super kind and loving. He goes to therapy. He works out daily. He's like, he loves animals. Yeah, you're an animal person. Not really.
You
don't
can't
mind.
not love animals.
Okay,
That's
fine. But
weird.
he don't hate animals.
Yes.
He's just like a kind person. But now the communication is just like this.
No, whoa.
But Lydia.
Communication is a big deal, babe.
But his communication is not at zero. It's just kind of like he's just not a texter.
And what is he?
He'll call you twice a day, a minimum, at least.
No, that's not a bad communicator.
Okay,
He's just
fine.
not a texter. I'm not a texter.
Oh yeah,
That's
by
not
the
a
way.
communication problem.
Because by this, Nini may would have cut you off already.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
because you're not a texter. Your communication to me is scanty.
Really?
Yeah.
Shut up. How?
I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
you're a texter and you're a shit texter. Shittier than me. Yeah. Yeah, we got to go to therapy. But anyways, like we're working on that grace part. So the majority of this year has been a lot of that. Like, a lot of seeing yourself, and that can be a bit burdening. In fact, right now as we are, it's like I've taken a pause on dating. Please let me rest. I told you.
Yeah. Oh no, you hadn't.
Oh,
Really
I
said
didn't.
that.
Yeah,
Oh.
girl.
But taking
Let
a
me
break, I
rest.
mean, like if a guy finds her where she is, that she's gonna be like, no, I'm taking a break. It just means that you're not
Yeah.
actively seeking or
Definitely.
searching,
Yeah.
right?
I'm just taking a break, guys.
I find it so interesting now when you talk about like being so self-aware and like analyzing yourself. I feel like after therapy, I tend to analyze not really as much other people, but like my responses to situations. Like when I catch myself, like I got super angry at someone, or like I'm feeling fearful about a decision, or just like maybe I'm feeling like my confidence
like, why?
waning. Yeah, it's just like why are you doing
did that
that?
come from?
What aspect of you don't you trust? Like why are you feeling exactly? What is making you
So
want
this has
to?
been me majority of my life.
That's honestly
Yeah.
sometimes super tiring. Actually,
It
sometimes
is.
I feel physically tired
It
from
is.
having thought about that.
It is exhausting. Me, see, now what's happened is like I've now managed that. The bit of me is like slowing down.
Yeah.
But imagine, like, for example, if you're making a decision about a life partner, you would be like
Alright,
that. You know,
yeah.
you don't have to make any decision about a life partner
Yeah,
right now.
oh
Or
yeah,
like,
you're right.
like a lot of like the main things in your life are already decided.
Yeah.
But if you were, you
Oh,
would
yeah,
definitely
I
be looking
guess
at
so.
that. Like, why did he say that? What you would be awake like
Yeah.
that. So now, like the bit for me, I'm finding that I've released myself. I'm feeling like so free. My sense of perception of how people perceive me is so low.
But that's because I feel like now, you see, like I feel like when you start therapy, it starts with like a self, like you or
Constant.
yourself. Yeah, exactly. So me, I feel like because I've just like finished technically my first year of treatment,
Yeah.
I'm still in the place where I'm just like, this is a new healed version of me. But it's like, I want to be sure that it's me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I want to confirm, like, wait, is that the old Joanne? Have I responded how I would love to, like, will I be proud of how I responded to this situation a year from now, kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
like a lot of that self-analysis kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now yours is that plus now this
So
one
now,
of, like,
no,
picking-
see
That part is
changes.
the- yeah,
'Cause it's
okay, over time.
I know myself, and also when you do get to know yourself, there's a certain level of awareness that comes with grace. It's like you don't nitpick as much. You will
Right.
have moments, but now it's like it's now more. Actually, to be honest, it's just the partner where I've got to be so awake to it,
Yeah.
because I know what my patterns are, and I'm trying to undo that.
I
So I've
get
got to
that.
be super awake. It is exhausting, guys. I've got to say, but on the
Someone watching this has suddenly decided not to pursue therapy.
yeah. No, I'm sorry, baby. Do it. There's other things that are really good. For example, like my confidence is through the roof.
And this
Some
is a
would
better
say
problem.
through.
Through literally,
Some would say
it has pierced through.
pierced through the roof.
Yeah.
Because I've learned, number one, because of not drinking, which is another thing that has changed this year, it's that I now don't have anything to change my state.
Ooh, yeah,
So
okay.
it's you are the cup of courage. It's you. I've learned, like, I actually realized that alcohol was a bit of a cup of courage, especially in like a club situation. So the other day I went to Fitbit, the concert.
First of all, I was watching those videos like, who
Dial
is that?
down, relax.
Insert clip here of Lydia literally on the floor. She was giving
Let
Isikutu
me tell you,
dancer.
I've become so present. Like,
Yeah.
the way you maybe you walk in a room and it's like you're kind of seeing other people. It's not like that. It's just I'm so present. So me, I just when I did a harmless dance. Hey, me, I got off stage. I was just like,
Nah,
what the
girl. I
fuck?
was like twerking on stage, on the ground. Wow. But you know what? When I watched that video and I saw that question, someone asked you in your stories, like, how can you like be like this version of yourself and have all this
Sober.
without? Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like for you to be this and sober,
Yeah.
you have to be really confident in yourself and
Definitely.
comfortable with just who you are as a person. Because a lot of
Definitely.
us use alcohol to mask, like, you're not happy with your body or like your relationship or whatever, but when you take alcohol, it's kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
But now you can be that, but without alcohol.
That's the thing. You have no choice.
Yeah, literally,
So then
you have no
now
choice.
learn to be that way. So I know
Yeah.
for sure right now, my sense of confidence and my sense of like I'm great and it's
Through the roof.
it's through the roof. So that's
I
something
love
that's
that
definitely
for you.
changed.
Yeah.
It's come with the constantly having these mirrors when I'm dating, but it's also come with all the years of self-work, therapy, not drinking. This kind of it feels like I am at this place where it's like the snowball is coming down the hill as far as my self-development. Where it's just now it's just easy.
Yeah. Mine is still like we're still like up here.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah. Right. Wow, that was
damn. 50 minutes in, you've talked about one thing that has happened.
Okay, let's say some of the other things that have happened. We got podcast of the year.
Oh yes,
again.
yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, I got Instagram influencer
So
of the year twice again. Yay! And we got also podcast of the year.
Yeah,
actually,
it was podcast of the year. This time we weren't nominated for YouTuber.
Yeah. Because I think they felt like it's just unfair. They're just gonna win everything. We can't have them winning everything. And that night Lydia was not there.
I wasn't.
So
I
sad
was
about
in the
that.
UK. Yeah. And actually, so many things happened that time when I was in the UK. Don't go away in
A
October
million
and
things.
September.
Yeah.
No, stay here.
A lot of things happen now towards the end of the year, like events and like whatever awards. What kind of things? September, October, November, December. That's when they're all happening.
Yeah.
For TMI, we have been privileged enough to work with such amazing brands in the past year. Do we need to mention them?
Yeah, why not?
Oh yeah, I guess we can mention them. Beducated, who continue to be like the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah,
we love them so much.
That's a long-term partner now.
Long-term partner.
Sure.
We love what they do. I just feel like their brand purpose and ours really align in such a beautiful way. Literally almost in like a sexual chemistry kind of way.
I would say so. I would say so.
We also got to work with Durex, which was an amazing
that was a great partnership.
Yeah. And you know what? Who would have thought that when people are calling us the sex podcast? Now look, sex podcast, that is bringing us money.
Look at the bag.
It is bringing us bag. Come on, please. Yeah. We also worked with Aura Quick, another sexual oriented brand.
Yes, on the sexual health side.
Sexual health, exactly. And then also with what's the other one? DSTV, which was really that was really great.
Really good partnership, and it got us to like one of the shows that we had done. It's like it got us to be like local content is dope,
exactly,
which is like a really good partnership where it's just like they introduce you to things that you end up loving yourself, and I love that.
Exactly, Shanga, come we stay, a fave, but we are so grateful to have been able to sustain this podcast,
yes,
guys.
Because it does take a coin to sustain.
Does, but this year has definitely felt like we are not at all thinking about like, oh, will we have money to be able to pay for production next year?
No.
Will we have money to pay our social media managers, our PSG and what? It has felt very calm in that regard, and I love that for us.
TMI is not even something I worry about now. Now it's just like scaling and what more can we do?
Exactly.
It's more upward. Yeah, so TMI is not something we need to worry about anymore, and it's such an amazing feeling when when like a business gets in that place.
Exactly. Yeah. Like we're more than able to cover our costs and have extras like for lunch and the outfits and whatever.
Location sometimes.
Exactly. It's really nice. And thank you guys so much for supporting both our sponsored and our unsponsored content.
Because we barely see a difference.
Honestly,
and we love you for that.
Yeah. And because you guys know that you can trust us, that even when we are having a sponsored episode, it's definitely still our views, our opinions, our ideas. And we are still coming here to give you guys the amazing conversations you love. It's just that now someone is helping us pay for it.
Yeah.
Which we like. Thank you guys. Thank you. What guests have we had in this past year?
Coach Roseanne,
Talking
Just
about
Ivy, Rick's Poet, and Dr. Chris. And those are just such, even when I read them, it's those are dope.
And you can hear, like, this is what,
it's thought through.
Thank you.
Big reason why it's like we want to be particular with guests, because we want it to be, it's not just like this somebody who's known come to our show. It's like, what's the meaning behind it? Are they coming to like have a conversation that they even like, you know? It's not just random. So that's why we're so specific. And by the way, all of those guests have been this 2024.
Because we came actually this year, and this is only our 6th month. This is the 7th month of the year, but our first month didn't even count. So technically it's been like 5 months, guys.
We're doing
great. I think we're doing great, and we definitely want to bring you guys more.
We'll have more guests coming, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. Another thing with TMI.
Okay, another thing with TMI, we took our first official TMI break.
That's what I was going to say.
We took our first TMI break.
After
It
two
was
and a half
good, guys.
years.
Yeah, it was good. It felt good, guys.
That was, let me tell you, there
It
was
felt
resistance.
good.
Don't
Yeah,
get it twisted. When
yeah.
social suggested it, we were just like, who are you?
You hate
you
us.
want them to not have episodes on Christmas?
Our enemies have
Day?
infiltrated the camp. Infiltrated, but actually,
It was the best
it
thing.
was
And to be
lovely,
honest,
yeah.
maybe we don't, like, for example, we were shooting like bulk episodes, and then when it came to December, it's like, us, we are good, but our team isn't. They are
Yeah.
still needing to upload. They're still needing to do a lot, you know? So I feel like it was such a good break. And I actually
Yeah.
saw it that way. And definitely looking forward to another one. For sure. People deserve to have breaks. And then when we came back, it was just like a different energy. You know, we
Exactly.
felt rested. We felt relaxed. Yeah, that was a big, beautiful change.
Maybe we should even be taking 2 breaks a year. Actually, before that break, I never used to understand why do people shoot in seasons or like do seasons. Then I was
Now.
that's why.
That's
so
why.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually felt really nice.
Yeah,
It
maybe
was
we
fantastic.
take a break after the TMI live experience.
Oh yeah, maybe we shall.
Yeah.
Us scaring our kids. Lydia, not in front of the children, please.
We don't know,
Please.
but breaks have proved to be something really beneficial. And you know, guys, we're only doing it because it is beneficial. It is something that helps us feel a bit more,
Yeah.
because it is a lot.
Exactly. Also, by the time you're watching this, we have definitely announced that our TMI
Live
live experience
experience
is at the end of
up.
August, and we are so excited for it, guys.
Yeah.
We are so excited. If you have not already, we are leaving the link to buy tickets in the caption description below. So please buy your ticket.
Please buy your ticket for
guys.
sure. We usually have it at the end of July, but there was like a big, you know, the couple of weeks from Andamano and protesting. That wasn't the time to just be like, guys,
Come for our
our
event.
fun event.
Yeah, no.
So we decided to just push it back, give you guys enough time. So we've told this. Look at the time we're telling you.
Yeah.
Don't come and tell us end of August. I think that's it for TMI, right?
No, we also had our first TMI social.
Oh, TMI socials
Yeah.
in March.
In March.
Yeah, but that season, that was when my guka was. Let's not even go there. But anyway, yeah, we had our first social, and it ended up being so fun.
Yeah.
We left at 2 a.m.
It was crazy, and it was such like we love the idea of the TMI live experience, but something about this social was just so intimate and just felt like we're just here with a group
It was
of girlfriends,
75, right?
Yeah, it was the 75. It was really nice.
Yeah,
yeah.
we're
I love
having
that.
another one before the year is over.
1,000,000%. So
100%.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you said about your guka. Let's talk about deaths.
Right, yeah. So actually, what was I going to say? The way I was ordering is, by the way, my wisdom teeth, I took them out. It hasn't even been a year. It was August last year. So that's something. I broke my leg in November.
Your body really has gone through some things,
As I
hasn't
came
it?
to heal like this, my guka passed. Those are the 3 things that have happened to me. Like, okay, the wisdom teeth, it was just like, this needs to come off. That was a good thing.
Insert picture of chipmunk Lydia here, because that was the cutest. And I was just like, this is how she'd look like if she just became super fat, which is so cute.
No,
So
there's
cute.
nothing
I
cute
love
about that.
so much. I was just like, oh, my baby lid, so cute.
Chimpaxi, that was a good thing. That was like, for my health, it was beneficial. Breaking my leg was one of the most difficult things that have happened. And the as we said, right?
Yeah, honestly,
when I'm
so
going through it,
traumatic.
you go through it. Like what changes in your body is that you're always aware. It's like the things I would do. I've always kind of be like childlike with the way I play. Whew, it's different now. Like now I just think like, could I hurt myself again? But that's coming like to be less and less. But it changed me because it helped me slow down. It helped me be able to take some time off. Like, you know, just constantly being at work. It slowed me down in general. And God knew, because that slowdown was helpful when it was my guka season, because it was a month before from the time he passed to the time he came, his body was came to Kenya to be buried. So that whole month was like, my life was kind of not moving.
Yeah, your life was actually on pause.
See?
Or your
But had I not gone through my
content and
broken leg,
yeah,
I wouldn't have been able to survive this
It's
other
true.
one. But those are 2 things that have changed me to my core, and I'm hoping that's okay. And this was my
Yeah.
Nini year, my Jesus year. That's how my Jesus year started.
Which still continues to be Jesus year like, because one, you learn to slow down, and then two, I feel like in that season of your Guka passing, you had to be physically present for your family, and
that
seeing
was
you just
big
be
time.
there for your family, that was really nice. That was really inspiring.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
thanks.
it's like, I know, it's like I would rather have inspired you in other
Well, in
ways,
other-
but that was actually really inspiring.
Yeah,
It
you
was
know, someone was
amazing.
telling me the Jesus year I had in mind was more of like, just like, beautiful big transformations. But
Yeah.
yeah, they don't always come in pretty boxes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's still happening. My Jesus year is still full throttle happening. But yeah, it's been a
Damn.
lot.
And then that was actually at the beginning of your Jesus year. It was
It
like, oh my
was
God, I just
literally
turned 33.
celebrated
Jesus
1
year.
week, done.
That was, that's been
Yeah.
intense. We've had 2 deaths in the family since, I guess the last time. My sister's husband died in February.
That was
and that was
tragic.
just before TMI socials. I remember because I think I came back.
What was
yeah.
happening with
I don't even know. Yeah. Like the beginning of this year, by the way, was so ghetto. Q1, I actually just like, can we lock that door and just
Please.
pretend that it just didn't happen? That was a really difficult time with my sister. We went to Zimbabwe to attend his funeral. And that was just like, it was a lot. I ended up celebrating my birthday while in Zimbabwe. And it was just like, oh, Lord. It was just like a lot. And then my Guka passed last month. Is it a month now? Yeah, I think it's like last month. So yeah, so far, not attended any weddings this year, but 2 funerals. 3 funerals, actually.
Right, yeah, you
So,
came.
yeah.
Gosh.
So that's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Would
just
be so
forever.
lovely. Oh, there's a wedding next month. It would be lovely to attend a wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a positive note, I launched Kagi last year, September. Yeah, I know. I was just like, what the hell? That wasn't 2 years ago. It was last year, September. So even a 1-year anniversary is yet to come. And that was a huge thing that I had been like procrastinating on for so long,
Yeah.
like holding back on doing. And the second I launched it, I was just like, could have done this. You could have
Ages
done this last year,
ago.
but it ended up being at the exact perfect time. By this time, we have launched our new product. I don't know. I can't promise. But anyway, good things coming.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, we're going to hit a year this year. I'm so excited.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I feel
love
like
that
what I
for
used
you.
to feel is like when I say something like, do your affirmations, do your journals, I wanted to have a physical representation of that
This
to
is
help
what it
people.
is.
And that feels so good to do, to have like a physical representation of what I kind of teach and what
Yeah.
I'm about. Yeah, so I love Kagi for that for sure.
I love that.
Yeah.
If you're not already following Kagi, please just go and follow them on
Kagi.
Instagram.
And I love that actually. I love the name.
Right?
Yeah.
So nice. What else has happened between last time? My family, we took 2 family holidays. I'm looking forward to taking more family holidays this year.
Yeah.
And guys, this is the year Lydia and I are gonna take a holiday together.
We actually planned one.
Then what happened?
Remember, it was when there was floods and like the
there was
coast was
floods.
being like put on like red alert, so we didn't end up going.
Can we just
And
we need
that
to-
one was
yeah,
planned
it
and
was
booked and
planned and
secured.
everything.
So annoying.
So annoying.
All right, let's
honestly.
get
What kind of a
serious.
couple hasn't, like, how do you solidify your love?
I
if you
feel like I
haven't
blame
even-
you.
No. I caused the floods.
I
right?
blame you
I
mostly
caused the floods.
on
It was
on
me.
our travel.
It's
you.
always me, but me,
It's
it's not
you.
me. Me, I'm not the
It's
reason,
Joe,
honestly.
for
But
real.
by this time, we'll have already planned and booked our holiday for September/October. Actually, September is usually a really good time to go because
Done.
it's low season.
We'll have booked it.
Thank you. Thank
Where
you so much.
where are your 2 family holidays? SA and
We did Malindi and we did South Africa.
Malindi. When?
Yeah, August. When you were removing your wisdom teeth. Wasn't
Oh,
it that
yeah,
time?
and the
Yeah.
little picture you took of your kids like at the beach.
That's, I know.
Why does that feel
Too
like that was 2
cute.
years ago?
I know. It was when Zach had just come back from the UK.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that picture. That's like the cutest
Just
picture
the
of your kids.
cutest. Need to repost. I put it here.
Yeah. I feel like I have not done enough traveling this year for sure
And
because
you said you wanted to do
yeah,
traveling.
we were supposed to do that trip, and then when that trip didn't happen, then it's just like number one, I don't want to do another solo trip for sure, and it's not always easy to just like, oh, let's just go. Planning with someone else. It's got to be a specific someone, by the way, to travel with. It's not just,
You can't just
no matter
travel
how
with
much I
anyone.
love you, it's
Yeah.
not just anyone, But anyway, I should be. Will I be in the UK?
No. She's
Yes.
she's about to.
I'm about to head.
When
to
is
the
this
UK.
episode for? I think it's end of July, maybe. I don't know, but anyway,
Yeah.
either she has already gone to the UK or
I'm
now she's
doing
going
my traveling.
Exactly. Hey.
I'm really excited. But I saw that in this year now, I went to Nanyuki with my friends.
That's it.
Then I went to like Kipia with Nancy
yeah.
for a bush travel, and I went to Watamu with my
your
friends
friends
in
again,
March.
yeah.
But let me tell you this: if someone was telling me I have not gone anywhere,
You've
I
gone-
also
yeah.
went to the UK. I went to my we went to
Wait, when did you go?
Isle of Man for Kevin's wedding.
Oh yeah. When was that? Which month was that?
That was September.
Oh right, yeah.
What the hell? If someone had asked me or literally was feeling like, oh my God, I'm so hard done, I haven't traveled at all. But considering how much I wanted to travel, I feel like I should have still done more. But anyway, it's all good. We have the rest of the year. It's not done yet. It's not
true.
over until it's over.
But maybe what now we need to be doing is like putting actually like the dates and making the bookings like well in advance. So it's like, you need to. Although in Kenya right now, the atmosphere is so volatile. You don't know what could be happening at any one given
I
point
feel
in
like
time.
the volatile atmosphere has reduced a bit.
But you see, if you had asked us in March, as you're like, oh, plan something for June, you wouldn't have known that we were going to be going through literally a revolutionary war.
That's what you'd say.
It's true.
War.
It's been war against the government, hasn't it been?
Okay, well, wow.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
would say.
strong words.
Thank
Strong
you.
words there. But yeah, I get your point. But number one, New Year's. Another thing, I've discovered house music. So that's a huge thing that has happened to me. And oh my God, I love house music event. There was this one that was at Wilson Airport. It was, oh my God.
At the hangar.
At the hangar. I love house music so much. That's the event. There's like a 4-day event that's happening in Kilifi that I'm pretty sure I'm going to go. Let me just book it. Let me book the tickets. If I don't want to go, I'll just sell them when the time comes.
And then that's when like everyone is gonna be at the coast, though. It's just like
but when you're going
goes.
there specifically for something, it's different than just aimlessly going to
4
the beach.
days.
4 days.
Okay, I like the fact that it's in Kilifi because that's not as mainstream as like if it's like Diani or like somewhere in Mombasa or whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm trying to do that. Yeah,
Okay,
and I've
that's
been in my
fun.
events bag.
She's been in her
Nairobi
events
sing
bag.
along,
Yeah.
folk fusion.
She's been
the
outside.
fitness concert.
Living her best
Weekends,
outside life.
At least one night of the weekend, Lydia is outside.
You're somewhere.
And it's been so fun.
I love
It's
that
been
for
so
you.
fun. Yeah, I'm going to this other one,
Invite
but I don't
me.
know if it's like the Kenyan.
Yeah, me out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
Are you actually going?
Yeah, I bought the ticket.
Oh,
Yeah.
who are you going with?
I don't know, but I bought the ticket, so it's like now just see. Because I've realized another thing. Sometimes I can be too heavily dependent on who's coming with me.
Coming.
No, I want to
Right.
go. I can afford to go. I will go. And now the benefit of being a public figure is that when you go somewhere, it's like
You definitely
you have
gonna
a
meet
friend.
someone.
You definitely have a friend.
In fact, that's when now you make new friends because
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, wow, look at this bunch
not
of
that
girls.
I don't have enough, but
Oh, girl, yeah, exactly. How much is the tickets you just buy for me?
I've bought. It's like 16.50.
It's so expensive.
Too
Just buy
much.
for me.
You've
Yeah.
crossed the line.
Just buy for me.
No.
Yeah.
But I think you'd enjoy this. I think it might be a Kenyan music thing.
Yeah.
Do you early 2000 Kenyans is not music I like
But
at all.
more lately is what you like.
Definitely.
Yeah.
However, it's like I don't like saying no to like now I've learned. Don't just say no. That fitness concert never happened before. It was just like, let's see how it goes. And
Yeah.
it ends up being so amazing. By the way, it's Rotimi's and it was just fantastic. It
Yeah.
was so much fun.
May I feel like
You'd
I
have
want-
loved it.
Would I?
Oh my
I
God, Joe.
know.
You would have loved it.
It looked
so
like
much.
it looked like it was so much fun. It's
It
just that on that day I
was.
had already made plans with
Yeah,
family and I
I
was
get
just like,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it looked like it was so awesome. But
It
I saw
was.
him put on his stories that he could be having Fitbit too. So
Yeah. I
definitely
think so. I
gonna
definitely
go.
think he's gonna have more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah, and it looked like such a fun idea. Just like, wow, there's food and like drinks, but also there's fitness and we are dancing and we are active, but we've worked out,
And
but we've had
games.
fun and we have networked with people. And it's just like,
What a
it's so many,
smart idea.
it's like all the things we love the most.
Exactly.
But all together.
Fun, play, fitness, food. And then you get to chill, music.
Yeah, friends.
Some
It's
people
just
are
like,
there to just observe.
Yeah,
I think that
that
was
looks
a
actually
genius.
such a fun
Non-active
idea.
participant. You just get to say so.
Exactly.
Us, we go, we sweat, we come back, we sit with you. We have
sit. So fun.
Genius
Yeah, I
idea.
love that. May I know the kind of events I like to attend. I know I like comedy-ish things. I know I like things which are like music oriented kind of things, and like plays. I really like plays or like whatever's musicals and things like that. I don't go for enough.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm open. That's the thing. If it's like somewhere outside to experience something new,
You're
I
willing to
don't
do
know
it.
what I like yet.
Yeah.
I'm only 33. Show me something new. That's how I discovered house music.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know till you actually try.
Yeah.
Hey, wow. Okay, I think that's it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing for me is I have a new assistant. I realized I changed assistants.
wow,
Yeah. In November, and oh my God, I love her so much. We just work really well together. She's just I guess she's kind of like Nancy, right?
Yeah, she is.
Right, very much like Nancy, soft and like, very femme energy. When I'm with her, I'm just like, God, what in the
I
gorilla
know.
are you? She
What in the
is
masculine gorilla?
feminine
Yeah.
energy. There's a time we had gone to an event and then my battery, like I don't know what happened with my battery. Literally the first thing she was like, is like, where are the men? Like that's the first thing she said. And sure enough, we found men. Yeah,
We love
she's
that.
so in her bag.
I love
Yeah,
that.
in her feminine bag.
Yeah, and we love her. Haven't seen her in a minute. Bring her like for a shoot or something or an event.
The next one. We
Yeah.
have a million shoots now, so let's do it.
Literally, yeah.
What else has changed? I got a Skiza tune. That's something that happened this year.
Right, yeah.
And I get like a monthly check.
Seriously.
Yes, I
feel
do.
like you don't post enough about it because I
know.
don't know. I assumed
Actually,
it's done.
I realized when I saw it today, I was like,
Yeah.
I do not post enough about it.
You
I
need
have a
to.
Skiza tune out, and this is the code to get it. It's just positive affirmations. When someone calls you, let them like maybe wakona makasiriko.
I know.
But by the time they get to you, no.
Because as the first thing when it starts ringing, thank God today didn't start without me. And I'm just like, I know that's Lydia, but like she's not usually that soft spoken. But wow, thank you that Lydia is that soft spoken. Then she's, hello, Joe.
The 2 days you call me, the twice
But
a year.
these days I've been calling, I've been picking up your call. When was the last time you called me and I didn't pick
picked
up?
up.
Yes,
That
and I
will
called
definitely
you.
change.
Another time I called you and checked on you. I called you to just check on you. Thank you,
Guys.
Our friendship has really been developing and growing.
From the bar is in hell to bare
The bar
minimum.
is on the ground
bare
now.
minimum.
Yeah,
It's on bare minimum.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And I
thank you so much
appreciate
for
that.
showing up and giving bare minimum energy.
That's
in
what
this
you can
friendship.
expect from me.
I love it. An
Thanks.
overachiever as always. Mandamano was different.
Oh yeah, bloody hell. That
You
was
got
a lot.
arrested.
Yeah.
So that's something new that happened to us.
I know. But we talked
Us.
about that in the last
Me.
episode. What was it, last episode or
Yeah,
last
we already
episode
talked
but
about
one?
it,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's
but
a new
definitely
thing.
June was a lot. June generally was just a lot. Actually, I feel like this year has had like so many things that have made me realize you don't know what tomorrow or next month
I can tell you
holds.
this, you don't.
That's it. And that's
not.
has been a call to me to stop procrastinating anything. Because procrastination is the assumption or the audacity to think that God will give you a chance tomorrow to do what you are supposed to do today.
Yeah. That's
today.
something I pick. I've changed in dating. The time that you have with me is the only time you have. The assumption that next week you have a date with me. And also to me, the assumption that I have more time with you. So it's like I can
Alright.
chill or I'm not intentional or I'm not present with you is a lie.
Yeah.
Today you called me. How am I showing up in the conversation? We have a date today. How good is it? Like
How good is the date
there?
today?
There's no like, oh yeah, oh this is good. No, it's right now. That's all.
I love that. Hey, wow. If you're a guy who has been chatting with Lydia, you know what her thoughts are now.
Or something, by the way, I've learned about myself in a positive way as far as dating. I had to have a conversation with someone, right? And it was
guy?
Yeah, it was the softest me that has ever existed.
Softer than thank God today didn't start without me.
Softer than thank God today didn't
What
start
was the conversation about?
The conversation was about something I wasn't exactly happy about. So I know who I can be in those situations. But I was gracious. I was compassionate. I was present. I was vulnerable. And I was honest.
And open. I love that.
I was like, oh, damn, bitch.
And how was
Look
it
at you.
received?
It was good. It was good. Now, like, there's no one who I'm dating who isn't going to therapy, who doesn't have, like, their common sense. So now the problems aren't, like, those basic ones of, like, Sijui,
You're mean to
you're
me.
an idiot, or,
Yeah.
those are not. It's like
You're
now
a monkey.
there's just another level
Yeah.
of problems. Yeah.
Which I
I'm
love.
really proud of myself.
Let's at least evolve in the kind of problems
Definitely.
we're having.
Like,
Let's
no
not-
dusties. It's
Thank
now
you.
just like dealing with, like, do we align?
Yeah.
Yes, you have all of these characteristics, but does this work for us? Like, is
Exactly.
this?
Are we headed in the same direction?
Thank you. So
Those are
those
kind of
which
questions.
are better problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can people expect from TMI in this coming year?
Number one, something that I actually realized that changed and I wrote it down is that the way we see our content is different because we are evolving as people as well. Before, in the beginning, it's like we just, this is fun.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's just like, is this offering value? I remember there's actually an episode we were doing and Joe was like, is this deep? Is this giving shallow?
Yeah,
Which
exactly.
would not be something we were really exactly thinking about in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because we just wanted to like
Beginning, we
have
just wanted
fun.
episodes.
Yeah, it was just like episodes and just fun. Whereas
Yeah.
now it's just like we are realizing the place where we've been put and to be responsible and to treat that platform we've been given in a more responsible way. It's like the content we're putting out, we want to be more responsible. We want to bring more experts so that we can give you guys verified information. You know, we can armor you with like knowledge, you know, not just like necessarily just our opinion.
Yeah.
So for sure, you can expect more content like that, more impactful content. If you have topics that you feel like you would like for us to explore, please put
let
us down.
us know.
We want to be bringing guests as well. We actually have a very fun guest coming soon.
Oh yeah, we can't wait for that.
Yeah.
That would be really nice. Yeah, definitely we want to have more impactful conversations. As mentioned, we want to do more events. We definitely want to have another social at least before the year ends.
Yeah.
We definitely are going to have the live experience, which by now you've already clicked in the description and you've already bought your tickets, and we're going to be seeing you at the end of August. What else? Yeah, I guess we're just gonna continue being ourselves.
I actually feel like also in like the next year we're gonna expand more like as a business, right? Because right now the model is like events and podcasts getting sponsored content, whereas we want to think about other ways where we can like connect with you guys, whether it's like merch. We do still have we're not getting into it, but we're gonna get more serious.
We want to get more serious
about, on the business aspect, because like look at what like Shits and Gigs are doing. They sold out, like they're selling out arenas,
or even to
like,
my sisters.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And so I feel like we can utilize that space a bit more. We can be like more focused on like the business, kind of expanding the business a bit more, which is I feel like something we can do, because now that we're not worried about surviving. So it's like, what can we do to grow a bit more?
Exactly. Yeah, we definitely want to look into that. I would love to hear from like you guys as the audience. How have you seen us change or grow or develop since we started, or even in the past year? It would be so nice to see maybe like from your perspective, because there's a difference between even us saying, you know, I've really changed as a person.
But have you?
Do you guys see that? Like, have you guys seen a difference in our content and like the way we put out content? Anything from like production to even our outfits, even our hair. I think we've had many hairstyles since last July to this July.
Oh my God. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah. So let us know how you've seen us grow and change. If there's anything that has happened in your life since you started watching TMI that is different, tell us. Maybe you were unmarried when you first started, but now you met the love of your life and now you are married with quadruplets. We would love to know.
We would love to know,
Absolutely.
guys. And as we grow, we've grown together. And there's so many ways that you guys have contributed to our own growth. Maybe even your suggestions on episodes, or when we read some of your comments, you open our eyes and we are like, oh, I didn't see it that way. And we love that. Actually, a big thing that has changed is that our comment section is passing the vibe check.
So
even when people disagree, it's like the way I would see it is
exactly.
There's no like nastiness or anything like that. I feel like maybe we've just removed all of that energy. So it's like the comment section is like an exchange of opinions, an exchange of differences, you know? Yeah. And I love that.
I love that as well, both on YouTube and on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
X, we never go there, so we don't even
Yeah.
we don't even know, but our socials do. So I'm sure if there was anything like horrific, we would definitely have been notified. Yeah. To everyone who from the beginning or even in the past year has come onto our videos, has watched, has commented, has liked, has shared with someone. The people who Kwanzaa, like when we didn't have an episode up, were the ones who are saying, guys, how can you not have an episode up? Like, we love you guys so much. We love that when we are not here, you can feel a difference. You can feel like, okay, these people were not here. We love you guys so much. Thank you for continuing to support our content. And we promise to maintain our standards and to bring you more and more things to be excited about.
100%. Do you know what I just thought right now? Do you know this is insanity that you're looking at here? There's no one behind, and you're saying, you guys.
I'm literally talking to a metal stand.
A metal stand.
But it's like, I know. Yeah.
And you know that you know
that's it.
That's so weird. It's so weird, but as she said, you guys watching and contributing and participating and commenting makes us feel like we are talking to people. So to another amazing year of TMI.
Badassery. And we have remained hot. That's what we were saying.
Many things have changed.
Many things have changed, but one thing. We continue to be cute and to slay. And by the way, guys, somebody needs to appreciate us. You know, week on week, TMI episode after TMI episode, we are always having to find new outfits to wear.
Looking cute.
Guys.
Yeah, but we've relaxed. Like before, it's like now would come in even casual wear and things like that.
Yeah, no,
before. Pressure.
Ball gown. You need to find two ball gowns per episode.
No, but now it's just like we're a bit more relaxed. Like we feel like we should come as we are.
Exactly.
As the best we can. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, guys.
Sorry, I was going to say when we stop putting on makeup, that's when we'll be coming as we are. We tried that. Then Aggie said,
you're not putting effort. You're letting yourself go. Stop
and
letting
we're
yourself
like, damn,
go.
Girl. All right.
But we might do another episode though, because you guys really enjoyed that.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we will.
might. We could.
Yeah,
Perhaps. We'll get back to you on that.
See you on the next episode, guys. Bye.